You all came here for the Salvo Festo. Don't act like you didn't. But I figure we can get right into it. So, as you all know, I've been compiling for a few days now stuff on Salvo Pancakes. And it was mostly, I didn't stick, I mostly stuck to just covering stuff and compiling stuff related to him being an asshole more than him being a sex pest, right? Because when it comes to being a sex pest, I can't even begin with a timeline. That's 30 people, and we have to put all the details. I mean, I can start it, but I'm going to need some serious help on that. So, give me a second here. Let me move myself up here. The pancake question. The piss festo, nice. Okay. I made a timeline. Salvo Pancakes being annoying timeline. You can click on it and you can zoom in and take a look. But as far as like, you'll see these floating like different type of blue on the outside, and that's because I'm not really quite sure where in the timeline this happened. Oh my god. What do you mean, oh my god? What, do you not like my map? Unbelievable. So, Ashers was sexually harassed by Salvo for over a year and harassed on multiple platforms. Hey, people told me that they like it when I break down drama like this. There's an Office meme for this, Stardust. There's a It's Always Sunny meme for this. So basically this is me for like however long we were figuring out everything with Salvo. And instead of Pepe Sylvia on the wall, it's Salvo on the wall and behind me. Smear eyeliner on the wall. So true. Okay, so I just kind of made a map of him being an annoying piece of shit. I remember my earliest interaction with Salvo is when he kept bothering me about Nicholas DiOrio. And this was like a year or so ago. He kept bothering me about Nick. And Nick was just like, ignore the guy. That guy, I don't know what's up with him. Finally, I talked to him one time. And then he did this thing where he claimed that Salvo claims Nicholas DiOrio and Stardust are doing weird Discord calls. And by weird Discord calls, he accused us of like being naked in Discord calls and said he had proof of it. When he went to go, he made this big event around it, said he was going to go live with the evidence, right? When he finally went live with the evidence, it was a deep fake of a porn video of a dude jerking off, right? It was a deep fake of Nicholas DiOrio. And and I remember asking Nick about it afterwards, and Nick was like, yeah, I think it's interesting that he went through porn. He went through a bunch of dudes jerking off porn to find a dude who looks enough like me to make a deep fake of. So that was something. Ashers, unfortunately, was just getting harassed by Salvo and getting fucking, yeah, just harassed by him a whole lot. There's Jessica. Jessica won a contest. I believe it was Fireball. Salvo claimed to give a certain amount of the winnings to the winners, but he never paid her. Jessica was offended that he lied to her. November 24th, Jessica tweeted Salvo was a liar and anyone who supports him can fuck off. And then as a result, I think the commentator community kind of dogpiled Jessica. So that and that's like the perspective I got from her. There's Maggot Edits. She's also part of this list. I don't really know where she fits into all of this. That's why I put her on the side too. Not that these are any less significant, because they are very significant. They're just different color and slightly to the side because I don't know where in the timeline. But Maggot Edits is here. Salvo and SNT threatened Maggot Edits, threatened to call CPS on her, wish death on her, etc. SNT and Salvo followed Maggot Edits around to different streamer chats, harassing her. Maggot is my favorite mod, and Salvo like super hated her. Damn, Bunk, sorry. Okay. We're going over the Salvo Pancakes being annoying timeline. So let's get into the timeline. Lyrics. You guys remember lyrics, right? He made some, he would try to dunk on people or whatever. Salvo and S&T accused Lyrics of liking loli shit because he likes anime girls. So you can see that here. And then that caused Lyrics to like take a break from the internet. Then after the Lyrics thing happened, there was the Tipster drama. Tipster goes in on Salvo for going on after Lyrics. And if you remember, Nicholas made a video called Tipster Goes Goblin Mode. And that was like just about this drama, essentially. Then after Tipster, I believe it was Keemstar and Brantley. Basically what happened is Salvo did a stream where he said, how ugly is Brantley, right? And he held a panel on how ugly he thinks Brantley and Keemstar are. So then Keemstar arranged for Salvo Pancakes to maybe fight Brantley. And then somehow they became friends through that. And Salvo got invited eventually to do a podcast with Keemstar. After Keemstar and Brantley, I think it was Flamenco. And I can get more into detail of that later, but Salvo made a song about Flamenco with Mike the Bike, basically calling him a pedo. It was a very catchy song, but it basically accuses Flam of being a pedo and molesting his sister, which is obviously not cool and not true. Flam gets upset after having dealt with false allegations already. Dude kind of, spurgs out, and then commentary dogpiles him as well. Then after Flamenco, Stardust, what are the dates on these? I don't have dates. I do not have dates. Augie's mom. Remember when Salvo came on a panel trying to fight me and Jangles, saying he was in love with you? Look, Salvo was pretty fucking funny. I will give him that much. He was pretty funny, but he was annoying as fuck too. Augie's mom. Augie posted a pic of his mom on Twitter. Salvo made a bunch of jokes about Augie's mom. Augie didn't like that, I guess. By the way, Salvo never told me to die. He said he wanted my kids to die / hurt my kids. Okay, I'll change that in the thing. Deaf Noodles. After Augie's mom, it was Deaf Noodles, I believe. Salvo got invited to do a roast battle against Deaf Noodles. Red Bar found out, the Red Bar community found out, and Red Bar secretly bought all of the tickets, so the audience was hostile to Deaf Noodles. And then Deaf Noodles ended up pushing Salvo at the event, and then a whole bunch of chaos ensued. After that, it was Bo Blacks. S&T faked a plane ticket, saying that Salvo was coming to fight Bo Blacks. Bo Blacks goes on a wild goose chase. An S&T member was sent to deliver a care package with grooming products instead. And then after Bo Blacks, it was Xylee. Salvo spread a rumor that Xylee slept with Chris the Narc and cheated on her husband. Now, what's not included in this chart is him basically threatening to doxing Chris and then threatening to dox him more. I don't have a date on that. I could probably include that if somebody has a date on it and wants to send me a message. Started watching Augie randomly like 5 years ago. I feel like I discovered him. That's cool. Who is also annoying as fuck, but also kind of funny. That's kind of like a lot of people in commentary, right? A lot of people in commentary are just really fucking annoying, but also really, really funny. Okay, the Salvo Pancakes drama. I will read this to you, okay? I wrote this whole thing up, okay? Salvo Pancakes is a commentary YouTuber who quickly rose to prominence over a short period of time. That first happened when he burned photos of Chris on stream, and the second one during this Keemstar reunion show. Oh my goodness, it's like a whole article. Yes, I wrote a whole article. I think you're missing the finer details in some of these, like going after Tipster's wife for being handicapped or stabbing an effigy of flamenco on air in a psychotic fashion. I remember that. Shout out Low Tier God. Shout out. Okay. Yeah. If again, this is a work in progress. So if you guys have any details you want me to add to this, I am very willing to add details to this. Send me a message, shoot me a message on Twitter or Discord. And I'll take a look at it and try to add it. Because, you know, it's kind of like it's kind of a monumental thing to take up on your own. And I didn't even do the allegations of sexting, right? That would have been 30 of these blue cards, right? And then like God knows how many of the gray ones. So, okay. Salvo Pancakes is a commentary YouTuber who quickly rose to prominence over a short period of time. He's been associated with large names before he rose to prominence, though. He went to school with Jake and Logan Paul, and he was present at Jake and Tana's wedding. It's rumored he even lived in the Team 10 house for a time. Salvo started getting attention in the commentary community when he started trolling people and accusing people of ridiculous things in a very public manner. In fact, I remember him making a deepfake of Nicholas Diorio jerking off. He initially targeted me and Nicholas, but because neither of us reacted, he moved on. He reminded a lot of people of another internet personality, Red Bar. The Red Bar community took a liking to him, and he gained an audience there, as well as an audience from the commentary community for his successful trolls. He even started drama with Keemstar, which landed him a podcast with Keem. Throughout the months, his trolls were more and more successful. He paid Mike the Bike to make a song about another YouTuber, Flamenco. Flamenco, I say this with all love in my heart, okay? Flamenco is an autistic YouTuber who used to be pretty alt-right. He's no longer that far on the right-wing spectrum, but he's still pretty far, but not that far. He had just been outed for looking at some really strange porn through a hack when he was younger. He went on Kino Casino, took his whipping like a champ, and he really did. But then he was accused of being in a sus Steam group like a week later or a week 2 later. He went on Kino Casino a second time to address the allegations surrounding the Steam group. And basically, the Steam group allegations were that he was in a Steam group and they were saying that it was a Steam group for like, you know, child predators or whatever. And I believe that was proven to be like false by Kiwi Farms mods. Yes, Bunk. It was proven to be completely like a contrived thing, I believe. The Steam group stuff. And basically, Flam completely decimated them. When he went on Kino Casino a second time, he went on the show and did so well, proving that there was no evidence for anything that they were accusing him of, that the entire audience took his side. They did a poll, and I remember him winning that poll. Being exonerated by Kiwi Farms mods is something, yeah. Right after beating the allegations, and now remember, guys, Flamenco had just done 2 shows with Kino Casino. The first one was him taking a brutal ass whipping from them for his porn history. And then the second one was him beating a very, very bad allegation back and proving that people didn't have any evidence for it, right? So he had just been through 2 big hey Tegma, he just had been through 2 really big climbs basically, and he came out of the other end. And he came out so well on the other end that in that second stream, I remember him winning that poll, and that is not usual. So right after beating those 2 allegations, or not beating allegations, beating the allegation and also dealing with his whipping, right? Mike the Bike and Salvo released their song. And it was catchy. It was a parody of Pink Floyd. Flamenco, just beating some pretty horrendous allegations, overreacted. like anybody would, probably. And that overreaction led to everyone in commentary community clowning on him. In that song, Salvo perpetuated a fake allegation made by one of Flamenco's adversaries that he molested his sister. Nicholas Diorio and Flam always kind of had some tension between them. Nick never really liked Flamenco that much, so his overreaction was the last straw for him. He'd been waiting for a while for the last straw, and when Flamenco overreacted to the song, that was it for him. Nicholas made a video detailing why he dislikes Flamenco. And then Augie, shortly after, who was one of Nick's friends and also somebody that Flamenco considered a friend and a huge supporter of Flamenco, disowned him around the same time. So that's kind of like my perspective of the Flamenco situation. I'm not saying Flam dealt with the song very well. I don't think he did. I think he reacted in a really bad way, but I understand why he reacted the way that he did. And I'm not going to deny, like, you know, again, like Flam looked at some pretty degenerate shit, you know, when he looked at porn. I don't think he even denied that when he went on the Kino Casino. But the other allegations were just, it's just too much, man. You can't be accusing people of stuff like that. So, and when, you know, I don't know, dude, it's just, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna sit around here and like defend everything that he's ever done or every time he's ever went on somebody's show, because the dude's been on too many shows when I told him, you gotta chill, you know? But yeah. That's my perspective on it. And I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys understand my perspective on it. Salvo started a rumor that Xylee had sex with another content creator outside of her marriage. She found out because her husband was listening to Salvo when he came out with the allegation. Imagine that. Imagine you don't even know about this allegation and Salvo claims that you cheated on your husband and your husband's the one to find out. So Xylee was very understandably upset by this. I would be too. And Salvo and his followers would also follow Xylee around to every stream she was on and would bark at her, implying she was a dog, very obviously. And then there's also the Salvo and Edwin stuff. Salvo and Edwin met for the first time IRL on Keemstar's show. That's when Salvo had a threesome with Edwin and his friend Babs, cheating on his wife. Edwin had a New Year's stream where he lies and says he had no idea that Salvo was cheating on his wife, even though he was an active participant in that happening. Edwin was questioned about whether he helped Salvo cheat and lied about it. Edwin had been sexting with Olivia Wing. I don't know why I included this, a Mama Max victim as well, which has a whole other story to it that involves Bo Blacks. Salvo at some point claims that Nicholas Diorio is blackballing him, keeping him from getting on anyone's shows or talking to any content creators. Nick just didn't want to be on stream with Salvo. And then Salvo on the Keemstar show doxed Chris the Narc and threatened to release his phone number and address as well. Salvo also doxed Brantley's first name in SNT. So this is like everything that I've written up on it. I've always known Flam as the degen who hangs out on KF and tries to make something out of streaming about it. Not much to respect. Oh, well, I don't know anything about that, Kelly. I know that he hangs out there. I'm not saying Salvo's never, not Salvo. I'm not saying that Flamenco's never done anything wrong, right? Like he clearly handled a lot of this in a pretty negative way. He overreacted to a song and he could have laughed it off and whatever, you know, but I understand where he was coming from in his overreaction. So, and I can understand why he felt kind of the way he did, when Augie and others kind of turned on him. So he felt like he genuinely made friends and he felt like he had those friends turned on him. So I understand him, why he feels the way he does. And I'm still friends with Nicholas, you know? I'm still really good friends with Nicholas Diorio, so. Stars, did you watch his debate with Turkey Tom? No, I don't think I did. But again, I'm the UN. I'm neutral with everybody, so. Or at least I think I am.
Waffles are better than pancakes.
I do like waffles a lot, PR420. They have the little pockets. They're just like, and from an engineering perspective, they're just better. Thank you for the $5, by the way. Guys, consider super chatting. I put a lot of work into this, and I still need a lot more things. But yeah, I think that's how I would summarize a lot of this, at least from the stuff that I saw firsthand. That's what I saw. What do you guys think? Let me know what your thoughts are. Details needed. Boblax, Edwin, and Salvo's situation. Any harassment I've missed. So yeah, I still have a lot of work to do here. But you know, I'm willing to change things if need be and stuff. I defended Flam at first, but the dude to this day is still arguing people about it. I think those first two Kino Casino, you know, he took his whipping on Kino Casino for the you know, degenerate hentai, you know, and then the second time he won his case, you know, but yeah, after that he didn't react well. And I think he knows that. So I'm just trying to be as generous as possible as I can be. I can't believe that person came in here. Oh, I can't believe you said that Salvo's wife didn't consent to him cheating. What person consents to cheating? Nobody does. That's why cheating is bad. You're exposing your partner that you made a commitment to a bunch of STDs. Stars cheating on chat with YouTube. No, I'm not. Chat, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Give me your thoughts. Thoughts like multiple, you're asking too much. Start. Hello, weren't all of you here for the Salvo Festo? You all came here for the Salvo Festo. Don't act like you didn't. Has Salvo's wife come out and said anything? No. Who is Salvo? Salvo Pancakes. I just explained who Salvo was. Edwin had it coming, that's all. Jesus Christ. I still have to add more details about the Edwin stuff and about the rest of the stuff that happened. So the only reason I was able to write in this much detail up until here is because I kind of witnessed that happening. So Stars, if I remember correctly, the first time Salvo and Keem talked, Salvo said he knew Red Bar and he gave him his setup or something like that. Interesting. I think dates would be super helpful on the timeline to show how quick his rise and fall was. Sure, if somebody can help me with dates as well, I'd be down to put those dates in here. Missed the Salvo manifesto. Okay. Are we sure Salvo's wife isn't just a cuck and is cool with it? Salvo deleted his Twitter? I thought he got banned. Do you think Edwin could come back? I think anybody can always come back. Yeah, I definitely need more details on the Edwin stuff.